Hello everyone, welcome back to another 4-minute review. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and let me know in the comments down below what you think. And this time we are looking at this, which is the X7 Tour rangefinder from Bluetooth Golf. And yes, this thing costs £130, more or less. It's actually $160, which equates roughly to £130 at the moment. So let's get straight into it with some tech specs. Probably the most important thing about a rangefinder is the accuracy. Now Bluetooth Golf claim that this is accurate from 600 yards, more or less, to within 1 yard of your target, which is impressive. I mean, 600 yard range is impressive enough as it is. But 1 yard, I mean, that's probably all I'd need as an amateur golfer. But when you compare that to the likes of the top end models, something like a Garmin Z80, that is accurate to within 10 inches. Having said that, the Garmin Z80 is 4 times the price of this. It is £550, £560. Again, this is 130. So I'd say an accuracy of 1 yard for this is very, very good. I mean, unless you're a professional golfer and you're expecting to stick your ball to within 10 inches of the target. I am not that guy. A few tertiary points. So it does distance readings in both yards and meters, really easy to switch between the two. One of the benefits of this kind of simplistic design that they've got is that it is just 2 buttons on top, which means even someone who's completely new to using rangefinders can quite easily work this out. It's also really lightweight. Apparently it weighs around ½ a pound, which, I mean, yeah, you barely feel it when it's in your hand. It's really nice. It's not going to weigh down your bag at all. It's very, very portable. And finally, it is water resistant. Now, that is one thing that I would expect from pretty much any rangefinder, regardless of the price, because let's face it, if they're not water resistant, especially in the UK, they're going to be pretty much useless for about 10 months of the year. So, good marks for that, but I would expect it. So another thing to note about the tech is the battery life. I mean, they don't make any claims, mainly because it's not a rechargeable battery. It's just straight up AA's. I can't get into and show you. Well, I won't be changing those batteries anytime soon. Fortunately, the battery life seems to be pretty decent. That might depend on the batteries that you're using, but it's not a particularly intense bit of kit, so it doesn't use a whole lot of power, which does mean it's probably going to last a decent amount of time on a battery, if you can get into it. So my thoughts on this. I mean, it is a great bit of kit. I've really come to love using it. I mean, I've had it in the bag for about 3 months now, and before that, I hadn't really liked using rangefinders. This is lightweight, it's nice, feels great in the hand, very simple to use. Brilliant from that perspective. However, if I'm completely honest, there are a few things about this which I'm not so keen on. The first being the case. I mean, that is the case that comes with it. You can see that. You can barely call it a case, really. More often than not, whenever you get a rangefinder, almost of any quality, any price, you'll get a hard case with it, which encapsulates the whole thing, stops anything from getting in there, and really keeps it safe. And even though it isn't expensive, it's still £130. It's an investment, something which you would want to look after. So it would have been nice to have a better quality case with it. Next up are the buttons. I just feel like they don't really match the quality of the rest of the product. They're just a little bit too rubbery, and I mean, they're great for grip, I suppose. You're not going to slip off them. But they just feel a bit out of place almost. They work great, don't get me wrong. And it might just be me being a bit picky. Possibly the biggest issue is, even though it is £130, very good value for a rangefinder, a lot of other rangefinders this kind of price have the added extras now. So they measure slope, they have a buzz when you lock onto your targets, things like that, which kind of let this down a little bit. Having said that, I am fully aware that Bluetooth Golf are bringing out a new model with slope, with vibration, completely updated. I've seen it, it looks beautiful, it looks so much nicer than this. And that's my final issue. I know rangefinders aren't generally, particularly sexy bits of kit, but it just looks a little bit bland, there's not a whole lot to it. I mean, you compare this to the updated model, which is coming out later this year, I know which one I'd rather have. It just doesn't have a whole lot of personality to it. I think that's my issue. I like personality in golf. It's a good thing. All in all, it is a really, really good bit of kit. So the big question is, would I recommend it? And I'd probably say yes, but in reality, I would suggest that you wait around for the new model to come out. And if it's already out, I'd go for that instead. At the end of the day, it is going to be a pretty significant upgrade on this, in both looks and tech. So while this is awesome and does exactly what I need it to for now, the new one is going to be better. Right, that's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. There's loads more reviews, loads more vlogs coming soon. Weekly golf content, don't miss it. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.